try some testing.
Jedi.
That's how Maul is a space station.
Always a pleasure to meet you.
And my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy!
You failed your plans. I'm a Jedi.
Ooh, oh, we're on. Whoopsie, man, that music makes me like I like to dance.
Catch us in the studio dancing away. Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram.
And Facebook.
And Facebook. We've already got some comments in the chat. Hi to Ed. He said, love the trailer. Can't wait. And also wanted to say, hope you lot are all doing good. It's been a long time. I'm doing good, my guy. How are you doing?
Big Ed, it's been a minute.
Big Ed indeed. Guys, we're here. We're here to talk about Starfighter. Jokes. No, we're not. We're actually here to talk about the sensationally delightful 1 minute and 48-second Maul Shadow Lord trailer that dropped very nicely this evening / middle afternoon for you guys in the US. Comes out April 6th, 2026 on Disney Plus, and we are getting, are you ready for this? 2 episodes a week, 10 episodes in total, and the finale comes out on May the 4th. Absolute cinema. Perfection.
Yeah. I have some questions. about scheduling, but yeah. I mean, all I got to say is chains can be broken and empires can be shattered. Boom. Just what? But we do know sometimes as Star Wars fans, we get ourselves a little hyped up, and we know that he does not shatter the empire, but he sounds cool when he talks about it.
Yeah. He sounds very passionate, and I really do have to respect the guy's passion. Like, vengeance is a powerful motivator.
Yes. It's weird to me. I don't know. We'll get into this too. I just have a few questions, but like, Charlie, before I don't want to be negative, but does it take away from, because we know what's going to happen, right? Because like this is right after Clone Wars, or right at the end of the fall of the Empire, or fall of the Republic. Sorry, words are hard today. The fall of the Republic, and we kind of know that we're going to run into him again. That there's going to be something with Crimson Dawn. There's a whole show here to talk about who's going to show up and where this is going to end.
Yeah.
There's multiple seasons. Like, we don't really want to get into that. We kind of want to just talk about the trailer, but I wonder if does it take anything away from you? Because I didn't at first for me, and that popped into my head like, well, we know where this is headed, but we don't know the adventure. You know what I mean? Like they say, it's not the destination; it's the journey. So,
see, I don't know. Like, I'm coming into this with quite a limited, like, my knowledge of Maul is sort of like live action, and I know that he appears in various bits of the Clone Wars and Rebels. I get that.
You don't like animation.
Oh, boo. I do like animation. I've watched all of the Bad Batch and I think it's brilliant. Thank you. Just to defend myself. I don't have a lot of like the extended story context for Maul, so this feels quite like brand new and exciting for me. I think the animation is super, super beautiful. The trailer was really, really fast paced, which I enjoyed. And the EP said, the executive producer and the supervising director said that it's a super duper fast paced series, like action packed thrill ride, something that had the rush of a roller coaster. So we do a lot of homages to the classic serials of the day, which gave George Lucas the inspiration for Star Wars. Yes, return to the source material.
Yeah, I wrote down before we dive into this, animation looks amazing. There's just like that weird gritty. Is there a name for this, or is it just something like just has like this grit to it, kind of? And
yes, that's exactly how I've seen it described. It's super gritty.
Yeah, it looks so good. And I also put violent AF. I mean, Maul is like, I mean, in this trailer alone, he kills like and dismantles more things than I was like, wow, he just chopped those fools in half. He just smashed this guy in the face, or it's a droid. I mean, it happens so quickly, you can't even tell exactly what he's destroying, but he's not to be trifled with. And then he's fighting and I put down storylines. This is what I noticed just from watching it. We have Maul trying to corrupt the Twi'lek Jedi. Her name is Devon, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Her name is Devon Izara.
Okay, Devon. That's a good Jedi name. Twi'lek and her master? Is that other guy? That was what shocked me, was there's a third Force user in this? Like, I was like, say, what?
Yeah.
I know some people were like, oh, more Jedis have survived Order 66. That's my impression of whiny people on the internet. Let's let the story figure out and see what happens. Like, you can't get everybody, and they're probably gonna get got. You know he's getting got. You know that master is gonna get got.
Yeah.
Space cops going after gang. At first, I thought that was Wolf Yularen for a second, but it's not. But then Empire Inquisitors chasing Maul and the Twi'lek. I put Marak, 11th brother. And then also in the part of it, if you watch it, it looks like Devon is actually helping the cop escape for a second in one of the clips. So, like, there's this massive circle, and that's just from a minute and 40-second thing. I've got like 77 different plot lines. So this thing is gonna have to move at a pretty brisk pace. So
I like that. I feel like if you compare that with, obviously, I know Andor was pretty quick, especially in the second season, but that first season was like a study in a slow burn. You know, it took time. It was a build and a growth and a process and a journey. I think we've been with Maul long enough as a character to be able to sit back, sort of buckle in, and kind of white knuckle our way through it. I like that fast pacedness of Star Wars, and I think the obviously, like, we're gonna run through the trailer sort of 30 seconds at a time, just so we can watch it. You can see us, etc., etc. The animation specifically is absolutely beautiful. I've seen a lot of people describe it as like a pulpy adventure. I've seen references to the particular brushstrokes. There's a comment from the press release that director Joel Aaron really took it up a notch with going back to the practical ways of capturing brushstrokes by painting them on glass, shooting them, and then placing them into shots. So we're going back to like old school Star Wars techniques of like painted backgrounds, and I think a lot of that was used in Visions as well. It goes on to say that the vice president of Lucasfilm Animation, Athena Portillo, said he even went back to establishing matte paintings on canvas. There's always different challenges with every show that we do, but this one in particular raised the bar. We wanted the animation body mechanics and the facial to be more fluid, and the animation director, Keith Kellogg, brilliant name, worked closely with CG and our internal animation team to upgrade the performances of the main characters. Did you notice that, like, the matching, the facial movements with the speech matching was so crisp, so sharp? None of that like mush mouth that you get in Clone Wars sometimes.
Yes. Someone just said that we're not streaming on connect your encoder to go live. I don't understand what's happening.
Well, I'm streaming on Instagram because we're right here.
We're on Instagram. Sid just said we're not on YouTube right now, and I wondered why our numbers were showing that. So I am currently looking to that. Un momento, por favor.
Yes, we are.
Let me see what's
Un
happening.
momento, technical difficulties. Talk amongst yourselves in the chat, guys.
Let me see if I can.
The Maul trailer.
What is happening? Recommend. No, schedule for later. It's set. Saved.
Oh, in the Instagram chat, he says, "I'm so excited for Maul." Genuinely, me too. I didn't think I was going to be all over this, but I absolutely am. I feel like I've missed it. I've missed Sam. I've missed Sam's voice. We'll talk about it properly in a minute, but goodness me.
Yeah, I don't know where. Hang on a sec. I apologize, everybody. Technical difficulties. Let me see. I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to close that. I'm going to open this up real big. So it's showing us on a black screen, but it has the stuff, the chats. I don't know. It says live for 9 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't understand what is happening with our YouTube today, which is a bummer. I guess maybe we can put this up later.
Yeah, Yeah, waiting for Star Wars Explore the Force, January, like 10 past 10. How bizarre.
I'll try to edit this and see if I can fix anything, but there doesn't seem to be anything out of place. So we
Shall
will
we
just,
remove it and try again?
yeah, I can do that. Let me see. Delete on YouTube, remove, see what happens here. And then I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to say, we're going live now.
Quick drink break.
And I don't know what's happening. Oh, there we are. We're up on YouTube now. So sorry to anyone. Yay, okay. I'm old. So we're up. All right. Perfect timing. Thank you, Sid, for that information.
Thank you.
That is helpful. And okay. All right. So what does it say here? Okay. I'm not usually a Star Wars animation fan. I know I'm the worst, but I'm really excited to see Sam return as Maul. But you read that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. All right. So shall we jump into this, or is there anything else?
Anything and everything. I'm happy to sort of talk about it as we go through the trailer.
Yeah.
Apologies to anybody who's joining us. We were just talking for the last 10 minutes and didn't realize that we weren't talking to YouTube.
Yeah, it's weird. But anyways, we're here now. Yay, us. So
Yay,
let's
we're
go ahead
here.
and get
We did it.
let's get it. Here we go. The first 20 or so seconds.
Times have changed. I will show you the galaxy for what it truly is. See things from a new perspective.
Is this what our future holds? Always running.
All right. So we got to kind of stop there because a lot happens in that. There's so much that happens in this whole thing. I mean, she's just whipping out her lightsaber. There are in Coruscant, right? Like, am I mistaken? I'm
No,
believing
I think this is Janix. This is the new planet.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I'm glad we're in a new planet. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Listed on the press release as a planet untouched by the Empire and ripe for criminal power play.
oh my, that's a sexy title.
Very sexy.
There's a lot of
Also,
bad
Mr.
planets.
There are also Mr. Whitwer, like up close and personal with the microphone, purring away like Darth Maul. Like, please, sir, this is too much. I can't deal with it. It's too much. No, so we've got Pikes, which I was sort of expecting to see. I feel like there are going to be connections to Crimson Dawn, even though like this again, timeline wise, I feel like this could end up fitting with so much.
Yeah, because I need another map of when these things are happening, but Solo is happening because we see what we think is Solo's YT freighter, and what movie is it that comes? Is it that lovey-dovey one that I don't like? You know, the prequel that I don't like, the lovey-dovey one, Attack of the Clones. Is it Attack of the Clones we see
There we go.
on them come in to Coruscant? But anyways, so yeah, I mean, because we got Kira out there somewhere. We've got Crimson Dawn, we've got Dryden Voss. I mean, yeah, there's so much going on. Like, I wonder, and we don't know if this is a one and done, right? Do we know if there's like multiple seasons planned?
I think this is just like a one and done. I think this is just literally just like a little gap filler. I
It's
know.
gonna be so
Boo
good.
indeed.
So in that clip though, we see Devin, blue lightsaber,
Yep.
saving what looks like to be the cop that looks like he's chasing Maul. So she's doing good things with her Jedi Master, I think?
I'm
Mm,
guessing so.
so, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to unpack, just like, what's happening? Like, they're not
Yeah,
hiding very well, right?
I feel like it shows so much, yet also so little, which I love. I love when Star Wars trailers, I feel like, are paced that way. Like it's still exciting and enticing enough to get you hooked, but still not enough to give you any real detail. Can we please talk about the tea ceremony? This is a motif that's used throughout the trailer. Sam Witwer specifically took time researching various different kinds of tea ceremony to make sure that it was accurate. His influence influenced the animating. Um, Really interesting to hear Maul talk about things like revenge and rage and anger and death, whilst doing the kind of the gentle, peaceful, meditative ritual of a tea ceremony. Like I enjoy that contrast. I've seen that talked about quite a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
awesome. Hello
driven
there.
by revenge and power, but nuanced. He's
Yes.
grown. He's matured a little in his rage, you know?
Yeah, and no, I think he thinks he's grown because we know at the end he hasn't changed at all because Kenobi tricks him. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right though. But that also gives me the idea of like an ancient samurai warrior having tea before he goes to war. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like this calming
Yes.
ceremony before, like to center yourself. But yeah, so you said we got Pikes, we got Jedi, we got Jedi Master, we got two other looks like two other gangs that were there that I'm not sure. One looked like it was a bunch of droids. One looked like it was a bunch of dogmen. Um, so yeah, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say.
I don't
I
either.
invite you to look more closely.
What are we dealing with?
Good question. And I offer you an opportunity.
Uh-oh. Oh, that animation.
Maul.
We have all been made to suffer. We survive.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Oh my God, so much. First and foremost, how much would you wee yourself if the last thing you see is Maul like coming at you from the sky? Absolutely terrifying. We get so many little bits from Duel of the Fates. We get various little kind of musical motifs from that. Absolutely obsessed with that. When he ignites the second lightsaber, that's a reference to the Phantom Menace. There's all of these little kind of touches and moments that are so kind of perfectly Maul, yet he still feels different. He still feels fresh.
Yeah, it's crazy how they can kind of reinvent this guy or how much he's been through when it comes to
Yeah.
like his emotions and you know from a guy who gets sliced in half and we think we're never going to see again to everything that we see in Clone Wars and Rebels and now this is going to be absolutely bonkers. But
Hmm.
that animation, he comes stepping out of that thing and he's got like that again, I'm not it's just like this grit looking and it looks amazing. I can't even wrap my head around how they do it. Um, and I know that a lot of times people get mad when they change animation styles, but I haven't heard anybody really complaining.
No,
Um,
this is so crisp and so clean. The police detective that we see, the gentleman with the mustache, he is Branda Branda Lawson, and the droid that we see a few little bits of is called Two Boots. He's a police detective, and his droid partner are part of the cast mixing law enforcement into the story. You know, I love a bit of police procedural. Let's go. The police detective is voiced by Wagner Mora, and the droid Two Boots is voiced by Richard Iowati, who, if you guys are a fan of like the
mm,
IT crowd, any
okay.
Brits, he's a hilarious comedian. He's really really funny, really
Well,
dry humor. So good.
excellent. Excellent. And then we saw a Mandalorian in there too, right? And is that Vanessa
Yeah.
Marshall's
So
character?
my silly sausage head thought that that was Sabine. Immediately, I said out loud, "Is that Sabine?" Because short dark
Oh
hair.
no, it looks like her. Yeah, for sure.
Fun fact, Sabine would be a toddler in this story,
Oh,
so
not Sabine.
That short-haired lady is, in fact, a lady called Rook Kast, a female Mandalorian warrior. And if you guys are up on your Clone Wars, which I am not, Kast and Commando Gar Saxon freed Maul and brought him to the Shadow Collective on the base on Zanbar. And she's voiced by Vanessa Marshall, so I'm happy to see the Queen back again.
Yeah, it's
Feels like we can
exciting to
all
have
bang
her
that
back.
together.
Pod Racing Palpatine says it'll be interesting to see how they tie it in with the Rebel storyline. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we get so many, there's so much good stuff. You know, they bring him back, and then of course we get the last 3 episodes of season 7 of Clone Wars as well. Is just, I mean, oh my gosh, the Maul stuff and that. And I think what I feel like is like what we got in those last 3 episodes or 2 episodes with Maul when he's like he's fighting Ahsoka and he's breaking out, and that battle they have is glorious. And of course he's on the ship and he brings down that whole Venerator. We're getting 10 episodes of just him being able to just go nuts.
Yeah.
That is exciting. So, all right. You ready for the last little bit?
Oh, go on then.
All right, here we go.
The Emperor wants you dead. Chains can be broken.
Hang on!
And empires can be shattered.
Oh my.
So the last 30 seconds of that trailer are arguably the best. As soon as there was that flamethrower, I was in. I was super hooked. I was super excited. And then the spinning lightsaber into all of those stormtroopers. Marok is really interesting. I was not expecting him to like be a part of this. So like we've got Maul establishing a crime syndicate whilst also on the run from the Empire who are can I have some context? Why does the Emperor want to kill him? Do we know this? Is this already established?
Well, I'm assuming just the fact that um he knows he's out there and they don't want any force users other than him and Vader, right? Because if you sit there and you
Ah,
think about, I just finished The Mask of Evil, and that whole premise, and I'm gonna get that posted hopefully this weekend. Taylor joined me. We had a great chat with it. And in that book, it's early on, and the Emperor is actually spying on Vader, like because he doesn't trust Vader either. So like
wow.
he's real antsy about stuff. Pod Racing Palpatine says, is he fighting an Inquisitor? He's actually fighting 2. He
Hmm.
fights Marok, which I think we see how he gets sliced in half and becomes, I can't remember the term Jack used. It was like green fart gas or something. I can't remember who, I think it was Jack that said that whenever we're like, we're all
That
hyped
sounds
around.
like Jack.
We're all hyped up about this Marat character because we'd never seen him before, and of course everyone's like, "Oh, it's it's what's her name? It's Barris, blah 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 blah." Everyone thought it was Barris Offee and everything like that. But yeah, so he's fighting Marat in that, and he's fighting what 11th brother? I think you corrected me on, Charlie. That was
Hmm.
coming up with like Darth Nihilus. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, 11th brother,
Maybe.
who we see in we just saw him in fighting Asajj Ventress, right? Because that's another thing too. She's out there somewhere because Bad Batch is
Yeah.
going on. Asajj is out there somewhere.
Yes.
Uh, and then we also, I believe, in the first Tales of, that's that 11th brother is the one that Ahsoka slices up
Hmm.
on that planet. It's a little bit of a rewrite of canon, but I mean it fits. And again, like they say, if you just squint really hard, it all works. It all works well. And of course, it's different people telling these stories, so you just got to take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, that's the thing, is there's so much happening. Like I feel like we're never going to be able to breathe on this series, and I'm super excited for it because it's like as soon as Maul gets away from one thing, there's going to be somebody else chasing him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's like, "Oh, I got away from the Empire. Oh, here's some Inquisitors. Oh, here's a police officer. Oh, here's because what's this Jedi Master gonna? How's that relationship? We got Devin, and then we have this Jedi, what looks like a Jedi Master who flips that whole truck. That's awesome. I just want to say
Yeah.
something. I about screamed out loud. I was watching this on my lunch break at school, and that Jedi does that. I don't know the character's name yet, and I was like, "Wow!" Like, just was like, a third Force user in this story. Like, that just adds because that's going to be a Jedi Master for most likely, and he's going to be like, he or she's going to be, or they are going to be pissed that Devin wants to team up with Maul or something. You know what I mean? Like, so much is going to
Mhm.
happen. This is crazy. And we had to wait
So
till
we need
April.
to I know. We need to talk about Devon because there is still incredibly hot debate about whether she is or is not Darth Talon. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm sure somebody will be able to correct me on this. I do believe there are references. I know because, especially in her Legends canon, that her skin was one color and then it became red when she turned to the dark side. So I can
I don't.
absolutely see that as a way of explaining it away. I think she might be like a new version, like a reworked version.
And
But
I mean,
also, is this set
yeah,
up like a red herring? Like, is she nothing to do? Like, I'm curious. I'm really curious.
it that would be kind of a jerk move, I think, on their part not to make that somehow be Talon. I
Yeah.
kind of wondered about the color change because there were rumors that because we saw some of this in Japan. Now this is way more than
Mm.
what we got in Japan because
Yeah.
I was a
How
little
much
nervous.
did you see in Japan?
We saw a smidge of this, like I don't know, maybe 30 seconds worth. So this was a ton more. Like we had no idea what the story was. We didn't see any of the Inquisitors. I don't think. I think we saw. Um, there might have been some stuff in that we didn't see today. But I'm sure they're probably going to push out another trailer or so.
Mm. This is
You
only a teaser anyway, so
that's a hell of a teaser. Like, consider myself fully teased. But yeah, I wonder that too, as far as like oh, Super Mighty Dude 21 says, "Hello there, Jimmy and Charlie." Hello there, Super Mighty Dude 21. He's got himself a
I
meal.
Super Mighty Do 21.
So over there I wish we could bring Instagram messages
I
onto the screen. It
know.
kind of bums me out that we don't have that ability via um the StreamYard, but maybe something we can work on. Maybe we'll email them. But yeah, so m- I don't know anything about her, to be honest, Talon, but
Neither
I
do
mean,
I. I
I
know
would
I've been
have to
asked
say
to
that, like,
cosplay her.
it has to be. I'm sure you have been, Charlie. I'm sure you have been, uh, for all the right reasons, of course. But
Freaks, a lot of you.
but, I mean, I will say there are some very good Darth Talon, cosplayers
There
out
are.
there. So, but doesn't it have to be? Like, isn't this too close? I mean, or maybe she has a little sister and we find that out at the end, and the little sister's got, like,
Maybe.
some mad force power, so she's hiding a secret, and Maul finds her, and for some reason, I wanna say there's a season 2 because of some information we got from behind the scenes that we not
Oh.
but I I can't say any more without giving stuff away that I'm not sure I'm supposed to know. But anyways, um, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty bonkers. It has to. I think it has to be her or some kind of weird
Mhm.
connection. I think that it would. Well, I think it's going to upset a lot of people. Some of the hardcore EU fans, Legends fans. Um, they're not going to be happy regardless. Although
No.
I don't know. What do you think?
Um, just to be devil's advocate, I don't think that she is.
Noise.
But I'm fully aware that I may be completely wrong with that assumption, and I'm also completely happy to be proved wrong. Like, go ahead, make her Darth Talon, make her cool, make her origin story this really detailed, really interesting kind of tie to more. Also, I feel like I know this is kind of his thing as like a Sith Lord, like wannabe Sith Lord, but it feels like everyone that he comes into contact with, he did it with Ahsoka, he tried to do it with Kenobi, like pull everyone to the dark side. He tried to do it with Ezra. Um, and it makes sense that he's just finding somebody else as a wheel in his machine of destruction and revenge. I also think it's nice to point out this series feels like a really, really nice parallel to the Kenobi series. In fact, I'm quite excited to watch this and then go and watch the Kenobi series. both being chased by Inquisitors, both on the run, both trying to establish something new with their life while maintaining close to where they've come from and what their past was, both haunted by their pasts.
Absolutely. I'm looking for, here we go, cast and crew. Let me see if I can bring anything up. Um there's nothing on IMDb about the cast yet. I mean, we know Sam and we know
No.
a few other ones, but bummer. Because I kind of want to know who that Jedi is. That other
Yeah.
Jedi. Like, I'm very curious as to who they are. Like, just interesting. I think that's might be something everyone's going to be so enamored by Maul and possible talent. I think this could be a big part of the storyline. Is this Twilight Jedi being torn between, kind of like a whole Ezra thing, like you said, like Ezra Kanan, Ezra Maul kind of thing going on, where, you know, and we know that Maul's obsessive, and he's just like, he found Ezra and was like, oh yeah, my Padawan, my Padawan, my Padawan, like just immediately, there was no hesitation. So this will be interesting. And so is this like right after? I guess you said it's a year later, so he's
Yeah,
escaped.
this is a year after the events of the Clone Wars.
I'm trying to remember how he gets, because he gets captured, then he escapes, and then he leaves Ahsoka and Rex to fend for themselves, and that's how Clone Wars ends. So he just disappears for a while on that ship, and I think that's the ship, right? Doesn't he? I'm gonna have to go back and watch that now to see if that's the ship that he shows up in. That's sick. So I'm pretty excited for this. Like, you know, and the
this
cool
looks
thing,
really good.
the cool thing too is like the stormtroopers look like they're from Rebels, because they have that weird, like, second, like, kind of weird helmet style. So they're then that transition between clones and well, humans, I guess, because the Empire's not going to let anybody that's not human be in there. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say. Like, this is sick. Sick. Can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. I'm pumped that we get 2 episodes every Monday, which will give people. So I'm assuming this, for anyone who's listening out there and wondering about Jedi and the Mailman, that Mike and I will probably come back on Tuesdays and just talk about the episodes. That'll be kind of fun to, like, let us stew a little bit and jump on and talk about it. So that'll be fun. That'll give us.
Yeah, we've got April 6th, April 13th, April 20th, April 27th, and then May 4th.
So this is going to overlap with Starfighter.
Oh, yes, of
Right.
course.
And so that's my thought process. I get they wanted to end on May the 4th. Like, that's cool. Does that mean we're not getting a Tales of then? You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I'm kind of bummed because I really love those Tales episodes, and I was like kind of looking forward to every May the 4th. But because that's a Monday, which I get now, I see why they're doing it on Mondays. Like, it is kind of screwy that they have it. So that's going to overlap with Starfighter. Why not move it back a smidge? Give us all the Maul, and then we go right into Starfighter, and then it's.
So we record on Sundays, so that actually Star Wars, that makes it quite difficult for us, just so you're aware.
Yeah, it's not going to make it easy for us. I mean, again, like, we'll probably have to do it Tuesdays on Jedi and the Mailman show or something. Well, I'm sure we'll figure something out, unless we get some early screeners. Lucasfilm, remember us? Help us little Explore the Force podcast. But yeah. So anyways, I am blown away. It was more than I expected. I was a little nervous, like I said, that I was just going to get what I saw at Japan. This was way more. This is way better. This got me. I mean, I was pumped when I saw what we saw at Japan, and this was nuts. Animation wise, like, beautiful, action packed. You can say Star Wars is for kids, but if I had a little kid, they were not watching this show based on that trailer. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
But I'm sitting there thinking, like, you know, my 2 nephews that live out here in Kansas, I'm like, they're still too young for this. Like, that's nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want them. Like, that's kind of crazy. What's Padres Palpatine says? I remember Talon from the Star Wars Legacy comic, but that was set in the future. I think Luke was a Force Ghost. Yeah, you would know more. I have no connection to her. Super Mighty Dude 21 says, exciting trailer, so hyped. Who's the Jedi? Yeah, right. The one lightsaber looks like an old Republic one. The planet looks just like At-Atin. Oh yeah, that's some good points. That's
Ooh.
fun. That'd be a cool little twist if they kind of pulled in one of those At-Atin, at whatever they're called. I can't remember the names of those planets that were all kind of bonded together there. But yeah, the only thing that makes me mad about this trailer and this show is I gotta wait till April 6th to watch it. That is literally the
Uh,
only thing I came away from angry about. I was like, "Yeah,
I
yeah, oh my
concur.
god, oh my god, ah, ah, ah." That was me over the minute and 45 seconds or whatever. And that was
Beautiful.
yeah, so that's how that's how the sounds that were coming out of my classroom. I'm sure high school kids were like, "Oh my god, what's happening in Mr. Adams's room?" So
I couldn't agree more. I'm really, really excited. I'm quite happy to dive back into some Star Wars animation because I'll be honest with you guys, I really miss the Bad Batch. I miss them. I miss tuning into that each week. I miss tuning into Star Wars that didn't feel quite so high stakes. Like I hope that doesn't come
it
across as like rude to the
no,
shows or anything. Just
I know
it,
exactly what you mean because like Andor was like you had to get yourself mentally prepared.
yeah,
I do
yeah.
think though that this show is going to push the limits in animation, like not
Hmm.
in animation itself, but in storytelling. I think, and people who um, haven't watched a lot of Star Wars animation, if you're intrigued by this trailer, just get ready because if you
Yeah.
haven't watched animation before, they tell amazing stories in animation and they connect things, and there's so much lore. Oh, like I can't wait. And who knows what this is going to set up? Is it going to answer any questions that we can't think of right now? I mean, there's so much potential. And again, I'm so angry. April, why would they show us this already if it's not coming out until
I
April 6th? That
know.
hurt my heart. Um, Dang you, Disney, for teasing me like that. It's so far away. Dealing in Absolute says the animation for this series looks a lot different. They've taken leaps and bounds over the last few years for this style. Yeah, I would be curious as to how they do this, what it costs comparison. Is that why we're only getting 10 episodes, whereas we're getting, I mean, I think what we're getting 12 or 14 of Bad Batch, I
I
think.
thought we were only going to get 8 episodes of this. I was not expecting 10. I was genuinely surprised to be being told that we're getting 10.
Yeah, I didn't know. Honestly, I had no idea. I think they should just not limit themselves, like not pigeonhole themselves into like, oh, you get this many episodes. Like tell the story, and that's how many episodes we need. If it's
Mm.
9, if it's 11, if it's 8, if it's 7, like just tell us a good solid story. And then just want to look something up real good quick here. That's not what I wanted. Star Wars The Bad Batch. 47 episodes. So season 1 had 16. Season 2 had 16. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say season 3 had 16, 15. So yeah, it's a little less than what we were getting with Bad Batch, but still, it looks like there's going to be no time for filler. There's going to be no time for a fluff episode. It's going to be action, 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 action.
I am 100% here for it. Oh my God. Give it to me now.
That's what I'm saying. But we got to wait till April 6th.
Mm.
I know. I'm grumpy about it too. But all right, folks. Well, I think Charlie, you think that's about it then? Not
Yeah,
sure there's
I'm
much
happy
more
with
we
that,
can.
to be fair. Thank you, people, for joining us and joining in and commenting. I really like doing these with you, Jimmy. We should do this more often.
We should. It seems like Jack's outside freezing to death right now. I'm sure he'd
Yeah.
much rather be here if he could.
Mhm.
But it's weird for him because he's behind me in time zone, so it
Yeah.
doesn't always work out for him. But he's out there freezing in the Canadian tundra.
Mhm.
Poor guy. Stay warm, Jack. Um,
Stay
yeah.
warm.
Other than that, folks, please, please, please like, share, and subscribe
Mhm.
on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever you're watching this, and let us know in the comments what you're looking forward to. If you notice something we didn't notice, um, where you think the series is going to go. Is it going to answer any questions? Is that Talon? Who's that Jedi Master? I mean, there's so much to unpack over the next few months. I'm so excited. Like right now, like being a Star Wars fan right now, I mean, like, we say this a lot, I feel like, but we complain about Star Wars, but like we have a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, we will be back as soon as the next fun thing happens.
Which, knowing Star Wars, will be like next week. So we'll see you guys again in a few days.
Hopefully. All right, here we go.
Hopefully.
We'll see everybody.
We shall.
Only now, at the end, do you understand?